everyone and welcome back. If you are new here then hello, my name is Zoe and this is my YouTube channel. Today we're doing a beginner friendly, really easy, simple, everyday summer makeup. It's going to be really natural, nice and summery and glowy, perfect if you are a beginner as well. And I'm only using Drugstore makeup products today. So let's just get straight into it. I'm going to do a tiny bit of skincare first. This is the vitamin enriched moisturising primer from Primark and I absolutely love this. It is quite thick and rich, so I do like to apply it kind of first before I apply anything else. It's been so hot and sunny here in the UK, dare I say it, or jinx myself at the moment, but this is the kind of routine that I've been wearing because it's been so hot. It's really comfortable makeup which is nice for every day. Next, I'm going to do my brows. These take me 2 seconds when it comes to every day. If you are a beginner with makeup as well and you're not too sure what to do with your brows, just start by using a little bit of brow gel. You can use a clear one like I'm using today, or use a tinted one if you're not that confident on filling them in with pencils or anything like that. If you just give them a brush through and just tame them, neaten them up a little bit, they'll look 100 times better. So I'm using the Got2b glued gel today. Sometimes I use a tinted moisturiser brow gel. Sometimes I use just a clear one like this. I did recently tint my eyebrows and I left the tint on a little bit too long, so I'm just going to go with a clear one today. Don't worry too much about thinking oh, I've got to pencil them in, and especially if you're in a rush and it's just everyday makeup as well. Just giving them a brush through, I feel like that makes a huge difference, and it does lift the face a little bit as well. Now next we're going to move on to base makeup. Again, I want to keep this quite natural. I'm not going to use a foundation today. I'm actually going to use this, which is new. It's only just come out, but I've been using it a lot as my all over base. This is the Rimmel Multitasker Better Than Filters primer, highlighter plus glow booster, or you can wear this underneath your foundation as a bit of a glow. I'll swatch it on my hand. I haven't had it in for very long, but I've used it a few times now as my all over base product. Just look how glowy it is. It's so beautiful, and it does give that nice blur onto the skin. I'm gonna get a more tan version for when I'm on holiday. I think just wearing this and a bit of bronzer is going to be perfect for me. I'm going to pop it on all of my high points first, and then I'm going to use a buffing brush just to start buffing this in. I'm not going too far up to my under eye, so I'm going to use a little bit of concealer, but I'm going to buff this everywhere as if I was applying my foundation. And this is so nice especially if you're just getting into makeup and you're not really needing a proper full coverage foundation. Something like this is perfect as a little bit of a base, but for me it does kind of blur out and just adds a lot of glowiness, which I absolutely love for the summertime. And I'm only going to conceal the areas which I tend to need coverage, which is mainly my under eyes, just a little bit around my nose area. So I'm using the Makeup Revolution. This is the Conceal and Define. This is a proper OG. I absolutely love this concealer. I'm going to pop a little bit underneath my eye and a little bit on top as well, just to kind of cancel out any discoloration. I get quite a lot of discoloration around my eyes. A little bit around my nose, tiny bit on my chin, just a little bit there where I need just a little bit of coverage. And then I'm just going to use a little buffer brush first to buff it out. I find that when I'm doing quite a light, natural makeup, using a brush is better for me rather than a sponge. That way I can kind of just keep blending it out until you can't really see where it starts or finishes, because we haven't got a foundation to blend this into. I don't want it to just look like I've just got concealer on and nothing else. Okay, I absolutely love that. Next, I'm going to bronze up a little bit and just add a little bit of colour back into my skin. I'm using the foundation and contour stick from Primark, which is one of my all-time favourites. This is in the shade Chai, and I'm just popping this where I want to just be a little bit more bronze. I'm going to go quite light at first. I might build it up a little bit. Nothing too in your face. Again, I want to keep the skin really natural, and again really easy for you guys if you're following along at home. So just press it on, and then I'm just using a Real Techniques brush to just buff it out. This is just adding a little bit of warmth, So like if you were applying your like powder bronzer, just apply it in exactly the same areas, just warm your skin up a little bit. I don't like contour my nose or anything, but I add like a little bit on top just to, because I think like if I did catch the sun, that would be one of the areas where I would catch it as well. So just really work on buffing it in. Next I'm going to set, I'm not going to use a lot of powder because I do want to keep a bit of a glow. I just want to take the shine off like down the very centre. So I'm going to use the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. This is the transparent one. I'm just going to use a little brush for this because I don't need a lot of powder because I've not applied like too much product. So just a little bit on a brush and just press it on to my under eyes. I'll just go over my eyelids as well just to set that concealer. Again, I don't want to matten down too much, but I don't want to look like sweaty, and I also want the makeup to last as well because I do want to wear it for the day. So I'm going to do a tiny bit of powder bronzer. This one's my favourite. It's so battered now, but it's the Makeup Revolution Mega Bronzer in the shade 2 Warm. It's very pigmented, so I'm only going to use a tiny bit today because I'm not like really that tanned and it is more of a natural makeup. So I'm just going to pop a little bit just onto my cheeks. I like this one because I like quite an orangey bronzer, and this one is like a lovely colour, and it doesn't like matten down your skin too much either, like it's kept to the nice glow. Okay, so next is a product I really want to wear but I've forgotten to put it in the routine. So if you are a beginner and you're watching this, this step would be before I apply any powder. So this would be my last cream step, but I really want to wear it. This is the Barry M Cheek and Lip Tint, and it's in the shade Summer Rose. It's so pretty. It's like a cream blush. And obviously I wouldn't usually apply this after my cream bronzer. Look how pretty that is. It does add like a lovely glow to it as well. So I'm going to use my finger just to apply a little bit because I don't want to miss it out. I did really want to wear it today because it's going to go nice with my lip colour as well. So I'm just going to use a little bit and just pat it onto my cheeks. Honestly, it shouldn't really matter because we've not really used that much powder. It's so pretty. It just adds like that little wash of colour. I can't believe that I missed this out. I even got it out like for this tutorial because I haven't worn this for ages and I thought it would go great today because we're doing more of a drugstore makeup. But how pretty is that? Okay, I love it. I'm glad that I haven't completely forgotten to use it. Next, I'm going to do a tiny bit of eye makeup, literally nothing really at all. You can even skip this step if you wanted to. I'm just going to run a tiny bit of my bronzer just all over my eyelid. Literally nothing special. I don't like to leave my eyes completely bare because I have quite a bit of discoloration. So if the rest of my face is quite blurred out and even toned, I feel like my eyes really stand out because they are not even. So tiny bit of my bronzer just adds a little bit of warmth through my crease as well, and just so my eyes don't feel like completely left out. Next I'm going to give my lashes a bit of a curl. Okay, and then for mascara I'm going to use one which I've not actually used before. This is the Instalash Full Slash Effect Mascara from Barry M, and I really like it because it has a really fluffy wand, and if you know me, I love fluffy wands rather than like plastic ones. Because it is so new, I am going to just wipe off like most of the excess because I don't want too much on. So just give them a wiggle. Oh my gosh, that is beautiful mascara. Why have I not? I've had this for ages and I've just never picked it up. Tiny bit of blush. I'm going to use Luminoso from Milani today because it goes with the pink that we applied earlier, the cream blush. And it's also obviously got that extra glow to it as well. So pop a little bit of this on the top. Okay, then last but not least is lips. And I do still like to do a nice lip colour. I usually will just do a liner and like a gloss or something. So that's what I'm going to do today. I just feel like that lasts a bit longer. I'm going to use Tolouse lip liner from NYX, and I do like to overline them a little bit as well. Okay, then over the top I'm going to use this lip oil, well, Oh My Gloss lip oil from Rimmel. This is in the shade Berry Pink, and these are really pretty as well, and they're just, again, like a sheer wash of colour. It just adds that really nice glossy effect. They're really lightweight as well and perfect for every day. Okay guys, so that is my beginners friendly summer, really easy, really natural everyday summer makeup. I absolutely love it. It's so pretty and glowy. It's not a lot of makeup really at all. You can still see a lot of my skin showing through. It's just like freshened and brightened everything up, and I absolutely love this for every day. I really hope you did enjoy today's video. Let me know if you did down in the comments. Please give it a big thumbs up as well. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next week in my next one. Bye!